Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to our channel. Despite their supportive and positive relationship, Hilaria Baldwin didn't hesitate to call her husband out on Instagram regarding his flaws. Here's everything that happened because of which Hilaria Baldwin calls out Alec on Instagram. Being a celebrity means that you cannot keep the paparazzi out of your life. Despite how much you try to paint your relationship as a picture-perfect relationship, controversies always tend to rise, and the Baldwins are no stranger to controversies. While the media has made multiple attempts to sabotage and jeopardize the happiness of the Baldwin family,
paparazzi piece of trash. Stay away from my wife, okay? You got that? I said, you got that? Stay away from my wife. I said, shut up!
both Hilaria Baldwin and Alec Baldwin have shared snippets of their happy home life on social media on multiple occasions.
Take her out tonight, she's gonna change her mind, change her mind.
While the American actor, his wife, and their relationship are highly adored by millions of fans worldwide, that does not mean that they do not have their own problems. Like every married couple, Alec and Hilaria Baldwin also have a fair share of ups and downs, some of which are also made known to the public through the celebrities themselves and their social media posts. As we all are well aware, the prying eyes of the media are always looking out for some saucy gossip that highlights the minor cracks in every relationship. On January 5th, Hilaria Baldwin took to Instagram to call out husband on his poor behavior as a husband and a father. Hilaria Baldwin's Instagram account is filled with pictures and videos of her children, and they also make frequent appearances on her stories too. Hilaria Baldwin usually makes it a point to share it on Instagram, announcing their birth or something they did. The videos and pictures show the different moods, and one of the videos that went viral was her daughter Carmen throwing a tantrum. Naturally, since Hilaria Baldwin has such an honest attitude about her content, she could not spare her husband from the honesty either. On January 5th, Hilaria Baldwin posted a story of her two babies. In the caption of the story, she talked about how she was already struggling from terrible food poisoning, and despite her sick condition, she had to breastfeed the babies. We cannot fathom the struggle, but we're sure that the situation must have been tiring for Hilaria Baldwin. The celeb talks about how her husband, Alec Baldwin, is of no help and has fallen asleep in front of the TV in the other room. In her stories, before she lashed out on her husband, she talked about how her kids took care of her and had no mention of Alec Baldwin. Earlier, she talked about how she was not feeling good and had food poisoning. She also posted a selfie with her babies lying on top of her and wrote about how she and the babies took care of each other. Throughout the day, Hilaria shared multiple images of her 6 children snuggling with her, breastfeeding 2 of her babies, with no signs of Alec Baldwin in any of the pictures. The next day, she posted a story that showed her holding one of her babies while taking a mirror selfie, and she captioned it, "Pale and haggard, but alive." She had recovered from her food poisoning by this time, but it was still not her best health. From her stories, we can get a pretty good idea that Hilaria was not feeling her best, and probably her husband Alec Baldwin should have been there to take care of her and the babies. Hilaria Baldwin has over 1 million followers on Instagram, and fans start speculating Alec Baldwin's role as a father. In her story, we can see both Alec and Hilaria twins crawling on the sick mother's legs. Hilaria also talked about how Alec should have had some idea about how tough breastfeeding is by now. We could not agree more with Hilaria, especially since this is not her and Alec Baldwin's first child. Getting food poisoning itself is no joke, and then the added responsibility of catering to 2 toddlers and breastfeeding them is definitely not a one-person job when you're sick. Hilaria Baldwin's Instagram story was aimed to point out how conveniently Alec ditched his part of the responsibility and had left the kids as his sick wife's problem. Instead of catering to his sick wife, Hilaria Baldwin taking care of her, the famous actor was not even present in the same room. Do we blame Hilaria Baldwin for her slight blowout? Definitely not. We are sure Alec Baldwin must have received an adequate amount of backlash after the fans viewed Hilaria Baldwin's story. If this did not serve as a wake-up call for him to take care of his sick wife and the babies, we sure hope something else makes him realize his responsibilities as a father and a husband. Whether the famous yoga instructor posted this story out of her sheer frustration from her own sickness, or whether Alec Baldwin is actually inconsistent when it comes to duties as a father, we can never be sure. The Baldwins are now entangled in murder allegations and rust shootings. Taking recent events into consideration and the light that they have shed on Alec's character, we are not really fond of the American actor anymore and his lack of responsibility. Well, that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, then hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn the bell notifications on so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. We'll see you soon. Until then, take care and goodbye.